What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are here over at the Work for It World Headquarters 2.0 because today is kind of officially day one of the start on the build that we are doing for Sony up in Los Angeles. Now, before we jump to that, if you guys remember the other day, Chris dropped off a refrigerator and then within like an hour, somebody came and took the freezer door off of it. For some weird reason, like that freezer door only fits that model of refrigerator. So I don't know if somebody was like driving by and they were like, finally, I have been looking for that freezer door for my freezer for 14 years and somebody finally put one out. Or I don't know what happened, but I think we might have found that guy. Just looking over in the Tacoma next to us, this guy's got a satellite dish and then the lid, just the lid to a barbecue. Some of the weird stuff people carry around. So we're waiting on our good buddy Dave to show up, and well, last weekend, you guys saw the start of this build. I ended up finding like a decent looking Formica countertop over at Lowe's. It looks a lot better than the stuff they had over at Home Depot. So I ended up getting the kind of countertop area finished, or I guess this, I don't know, what do we call this? The snack lounge, the snack counter. Let's call it the snack counter. Oh! Jeez! Dave! You can't just scare me like that, Dave! My goodness! What are the chances we meet at the same doorknob, Dave?
We are all on the same page today.
That is good, because it's been a while since we've really been on the same page.
Right?
Yeah. Wait.
Doug.
I don't think we've even done a gauntlet shake in a while. Wow.
Doug, I feel like I'm being watched.
You, a little bit.
You know?
Maybe. You got somebody following you, Dave?
It might be the, it's probably the camera.
It is, these guys.
Yeah, it's like the camera.
Hey, man, say hi to everybody.
Hey, guys. Good morning, everybody.
You know, the other day, I had to go make a conference call, and I left the camera in the hands of Dave, right? And I expected Dave to be like something sarcastic and, you know, jerk comment, put the camera down and like not touch it. I didn't know until later, which would be last night, that I went to edit that video. And this man like actually was like he was doing this part really well. Like he was talking to the camera. Well, he even set the camera down. He took a step back. He was instructing you guys. Like, well done, buddy. I was impressed, man.
I did a couple of takes too.
Did you?
I was like, that's not gonna work out. Like, we need to do that again.
I like it. Hey, listen, you guys have noticed, I know a lot of you have been saying that Chris is getting more comfortable in videos. And it's true, the more you're in front of a camera and the more you kind of see like, I don't know, I guess what I do, and like, you know, like it's not that hard, but like you just gotta kind of let yourself go and do your thing and not be worried or weirded out that the fact there's a camera on you the whole time. And Dave, dude, great job, buddy. Great job.
I enjoy feeling watched.
What we're doing, if you guys remember from the past video, we're building this portal, which is essentially going to take you from the receptionist area into the open camera repair area at a Sony location up in Los Angeles. It's going to be part plywood, part steel. Dave's got all of the plywood pieces drawn up in the computer here and all the cuts that we need to make. So, where do we start, Dave?
Well, what I want to do is I want to do the simplest thing first so that we can kind of learn our new tool a little better.
Right.
Like big questions to me is I kind of got the notion on our test day that when we made our butt cut, that was one, and once we did the flop, which is what I call it with the saw,
right,
that it actually, I'm getting all the way pretty close to 1/8 of an inch in from that line, which
that's good to know.
That's going to count, you know.
Yep. Basically, what he's trying to figure out is where the blade is cutting in relation to the track. And once we know that, we know precisely where to put our line. So one of the cool things about the Festool system is it comes with, what is that, 75? I don't know, 72 or 75 inch track. And you can actually assemble multiple tracks together to make the length that you need. But to me, when you're buying a track saw, one of the reasons you do that is because it's quick and convenient to make a perfectly straight cut. So why do you want to sit there and have to assemble and unassemble two pieces of track together and hope you get them lined up perfectly straight? Therefore, we've also got the big daddy of tracks over here to allow us to rip a full 8-foot, Dave's excited, a full 8-foot sheet of plywood without having to assemble two pieces of track. We could flip between the two if we need to make a 4-foot cut or an 8-foot cut, and it's just simpler, you know. And if it's convenient, just like the pressure washing system, you're going to use it more.
Like I just promised.
That's right. 45 degree, all right on the money. Let's do this, Dave. So if you guys look at this little plastic piece that's on the edge right here, if you look at where the actual cut starts, it's kind of hard to see, but you might be able to see it through the transparentness of it. The actual cut starts 1/8 back from the edge of this.
Not quite 1/8, you know. It's like just shy of 1/8, but
enough to we need to note that.
Yeah, I mean, if we're aiming for 26 inches now.
All right, so now that we figured out all the settings on the saw and pretty much where we need to put our marks, we are now ready to essentially run into production. And one of the things we try and do is make things easy and repeatable. That's why we've built up on these 4x4s over here. It allows us enough room to clamp our board up underneath. Obviously we need to be off the ground to get the clamp. And then now all we have to do is slide a sheet of plywood over, cut it, boom, stack it over there, it's a finished cut. And we just repeat that many times.
Cause I'm about that. Cause I'm about that. I'm about that come up, running up on them fools that are talking foolish. Try to get them funds up, killing them mics just like I ran the jewels in. Y'all gonna get done up front, knowing that kid with an attitude. But you can't really blame this motherfucker, he's doing what he had to do. I'm about that cash flipping, I'm getting it on and off the market. Not about that VIP, not me, not never been a fan of carpets. All about that RIP for all of my Jesus gone departed. All about that finish what I started, I'm about that.
Top down the night, you're not ready. We ride, we go heavy. So high, we see the whole city.
So now that we've got our 26-inch pieces cut, we are on to cutting our 4-inch pieces. And one of the issues we're running into is obviously the track is wider than 4 inches. And, you know, I mean, even the clamping side, like if the clamp was over here, we could make it work, but it's beyond the 4-inch mark. So we've taken one of our scrap pieces, brought it in, and then we've screwed it down as well, screwing this piece down in, that way they don't shift at all. And that'll give us a little bit of backing to be able to lock our clamps down and cut our 4-inch strips without any bobbles. All right, so don't mind me, I got corn nuts in my mouth. That's probably gonna get interpreted bad, but we've got all of the pieces cut for our first couple of boxes we're gonna make. I think Dave's gonna solely eat us out of our entire snack section over there. This is like his 4th bag of corn nuts, 2 cans of Coke. I think you got a problem, man. You're looking rough, Dave. You're looking rough.
I definitely have several problems.
But one thing that I ordered the other day that just showed up, which is really cool. So we do a lot of shooting, or a lot of filming, I should say, to keep this YouTube positive. And typically you guys see a lot of the freeway shots that we do where we're going back and forth and we're filming people driving. Well, it's really hard to coordinate like 3 or 4 trucks at a time to be able to do that. So I've been really wanting to get a decent set of walkie-talkies. And you know, walkie-talkies aren't the greatest thing in the world. They're all, what is it, VHF band, UHF band, whatever it is. So they all have like super far-fetched distances, but I got this sweet 6-pack of walkie-talkies here for pretty cheap on Amazon. Tested them out yesterday, they worked pretty good. And then, because every security office I've ever been in has this sick bank charger here. We can just hook a bunch of these boogers up and have them charging at all times, and then anytime we need to go film something, we can take as little or as many as we need. Dave, can you hear me? Over. I don't think you're pushing the button, Dave. Dave, you gotta push the one that says push to talk above the 2 yellow orange ones.
Yeah, the one that says speak mic.
No, that's a cover. That's not a button. There you go. There's a button, Dave. Yeah, that one.
Well, that one says PTT.
Push to talk.
Oh yeah, the universal abbreviation for push to talk.
Red Rover, come in, over.
Roger that. Looking sunny skies. Approach. Permission to approach for final. Over.
Permission denied. You're gonna have to turn that big old bird around. Over.
Roger that.
I don't care how old you get. Walkie-talkies are still fun.
So now when we do a project where it's like, now we're gonna be like, dog, we should have brought the walkie-talkies.
It's true. Well, I can see any commercial work we do from now on, we both need to have a walkie-talkie on us at all times.
Oh, dude.
Even though we're working 5 feet from each other. So in true Dave fashion, he had to go get his kids, which means he's done for the day. I get to play with this mess. But I'm also going to start gluing up and assembling our 2 boxes, or our 2 rectangles, I would say, that we're making. Of course, we get a phone call right in the middle of this. But I'm gonna glue these up and let's just keep moving for the day. So I've got the 2 main pieces made, and these are not just 3-sided rectangles. Obviously that wouldn't be a complete rectangle. The 2 pieces right here are to close those up, but I don't want to close those up now because we got to do anything in between there. But one thing that is absolutely bugging me is how dirty the warehouse is right now. I don't leave my job sites like this. I'm definitely not going to leave my own warehouse like this, so let me clean this up real quick. Cleaned up pretty good. You guys don't know how hard I'm fighting myself right now to not go and mop the entire floor, but you know, we're still gonna be making just as big of a mess tomorrow. Now that being said, if you guys are ever on jobs or anything like that, don't let the fact that you're gonna be making it dirty again tomorrow keep you from giving it a pretty good clean. When me and Dave are out on projects, obviously off-site, or well, I would say on-site projects that aren't our properties, we give a really good cleaning every day, and then on Fridays we go through and we give what we call a deep clean. And that way, you know, if it's a homeowner, if it's a business owner, whatever it may be, they have the entire weekend of, you know, as clean as we can make the job site, instead of them having to live in a job site when we're not there. So with that, guys, we're gonna wrap up another video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching the channel. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now, that way you do not miss out on any future content or watching the Portal Sony project get completed. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, like a cool warehouse to work for it more and build more cool stuff, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.